Where are the best places to eat when you travel if you want to maintain a lean and healthy physique? Watch this.
Our next caller is James from California.
What's up, James? How can we help you?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Good
Happening.
Awesome. Hey, real quick, just wanted to say thank you. I mean, I know this is what everyone else says too, but been listening for about a year now, and just the insight that you guys have given, and I just started Maps Aesthetic about 6-7 weeks ago, and seen a huge change just in my lifts and my workout routine. I feel like I was just always working out too hard before this, and so just kind of opened my eyes to pacing and things like that. So thank you for that.
Awesome.
Thank you.
But yeah, my question is so I'm 31, 6'4", 225, 230, about 18-19% body fat right now. But I'm also type 1 diabetic. I've worked out for the past, consistently for 10 years now, but nutrition's always been a problem for me. And on top of that, I work remote. So I live in Nashville, but then I travel to California for about 2 weeks a month, going back and forth. They sell solar. So when I'm at home, nutrition's easy. I can cook. I got my kitchen. I can prep, do everything that I need. But when I'm out of town and I'm in hotels, traveling, things like that, nutrition is always tough. And so for someone that wants to have the right macros, make sure that I'm ordering and getting healthy food, what's the best way for me to be able to just be confident in my nutrition when I'm on the road? Like, is there, good because I go to like the Chipotle's, the Cafe Rios, just try to find good chicken and rice sort of things. But like, what are good tips? What are things that I should be following to maintain good nutrition?
Right. Here's my staples when I travel. If I want to, focus on eating healthy, is I'll eat some kind of a meat, some kind of a protein. So steak, I'll have them substitute whatever it comes with vegetables. I'll tell them not to add any oil and put olive oil on the side. So you can find that at most sit-down restaurants. So like steak and then a side of vegetables and nothing else. And then burger joints now will tend to lettuce wrap their burgers. And so I'll do lettuce wrapped burger, and the macros and calories and everything seem to be pretty good. And that's about it. Now Chipotle, you already know the choices there. You mentioned Cafe Rio, you know the choices there, but that's about it. So if I'm somewhere and I see a burger joint and I'm like, okay, I want to eat kind of healthy, I'll go in there and say, hey, can you do a lettuce wrap for this burger? And they'll say yes, and that's it. And then I'll just eat that.
They have a Panda Express out there?
Yeah, I mean, almost anywhere I feel like has Panda somewhere or not.
That's how I feel the same way too. That's actually one of my favorite staple. Like it's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, or I'm in a hurry.
Yeah.
And they serve grilled chicken, man. The grilled chicken thighs, and reasonably priced too. I double up on the chicken and white rice. Sure. And that's like that when I was competing and traveling and stuff, that was like a staple fast food place that like if I had to get something to get my macros in. So obviously there's people listening going like, oh my God, I can't believe you're recommending Panda Express. But the truth is when you're in a pinch, like something like that, I mean, that's a way better, that's a way better choice than you going through something and getting Taco Bell or some bullshit like that. That's not going to hit your macros. The other thing that I would suggest too, is that when I'm in a situation like this, like the thing that I don't want to do, you hear me on the podcast talk about don't eat like an asshole. Like that's what really screws you up, is that when you're traveling, you don't get quite your workouts in as much as you do when you're at home. And then on top of that, you overeat, and you overeat bad choices. So like,
exactly.
So like, yeah. So like what I would do is I would be less worried about hitting the perfect macros. Ideally you want to target it, and I'd be more trying to be disciplined about not overeating. So that utilizing tools like intermittent fasting and having a smaller window of eating. Like I use strategies like that when I'm traveling and I'm in a pinch and I know I'm not going to be able to get 4 good, balanced, perfect meals. So, hey, this is a perfect time for me to go, I'm going to go low calorie. I'm going to go low calorie for this week or two that I'm out of town.
Sure.
And no, that doesn't mean I'm still not trying to hit the protein. I'm not trying to do that. But what I just want to make sure I don't do is eat like an asshole, overconsume, and then also not hit my macros, and then also not be lifting. And so that's the real challenge. And so I would rather not hit my macros and be low calorie than to over-consume calories when I also know that I'm traveling and not getting as many lifts in as I would when I'm back home.
And I would bring a protein shake with me for breakfast, or because breakfast is a little harder sometimes.
Creatures of habit, dude.
Or creatures of habit. Now that we work with them, that's what I bring, because it's an oatmeal packet and it's got the protein and everything.
Okay.
And it's super easy to add some hot water to it and you're done.
Yeah, I love that for something like that.
Is there like a prepackaged protein that you guys would recommend? Because I mean, I can bring my powders from home, but when space is limited in a suitcase,
just get a Ziploc. Get a big Ziploc bag and put and I'll put the scoop in it. So I'll put 3-4 servings in there, and then I'll put the scoop in the bag.
Oh, I do
get the air out.
They make little, I was gonna say dime bags for like selling drugs. That's what I should.
Not enough though.
They double up
half sandwich bags.
Yeah, there you go. They're like half sandwich bags, and I do individual scoops in that. So I'll do like if I'm traveling, I'll that way I don't have to measure and carry the scoop with me. I just put them in the individuals.
Totally.
But I mean, Creatures of Habit's got 30 to 32 grams of protein in that oatmeal. So to me, like and breakfast is always one of the hardest when you're traveling. So I would fly with 4 or 5 of those, or however many days you're gone. I'd have one for every day you're gone. That's my breakfast. Hit lunch is Panda or one of the Rio or one of those places, and you're on the right track. But honestly, you probably know this. Like the thing that you do that's worst is over consuming, not hitting your macros, and also not training. It's that trifecta that sets you back from all your good work you did at home. So I would practice eating low calorie on as many days as I could on those days, just for that reason.
Yeah, all I got is Palo Valley beef sticks. So
I
totally bring those with me. And actually, I'm going through this right now because I'm going to be traveling for a week or so, and having that with Creatures of Habit, and then also green juice is one that I'll pack in there as well, because sometimes like even good vegetables are hard to find in a pinch, and like so that's something too. Like late night, mostly it's all these like fast food restaurants that are open, which the options are pretty much terrible. So to be able to combo that, do like a lettuce wrap like Sal said, but really it's like if I have a green juice there at least, then I can have my stomach tends to benefit from that as well.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys.
You got it, man. Thanks for calling in.
For sure. Take care.
Take it easy. They don't serve Panda meat, right?
Did you guys know that about Panda Express?
I did.
They actually do grilled chicken thighs.
No, I didn't.
They do grilled chicken thighs, and it's like you do double meat. Like I don't know where I could get like $13, a $13 meal that's like
protein,
70 grams of protein and good carbohydrates. It was like a staple when I was competing, and I was late night, and that was like Panda Express was like the go-to.
Panda Express and Chipotle are like bodybuilding fast food places.
I know.
Like those are the two.
Totally.
Those are the two places that
definitely a good
I do. I like what you said about eating. That's what I try to do. I try to just eat less. Yeah. So I do a lot of fasting.
Because that's what becomes detrimental right here. Right? Because let's be honest, when you travel, rarely ever do I hear anybody who says they hit the gym more or even the same as what they do when they're home, right? When you're home, you're most consistent with your lifting. So you probably miss workouts. And then on top of that, you're probably sedentary, you're flying, you're sitting in a hotel room, so you're not moving very much. And then on top of that, you overconsume and not hit your macros because you do something, carb heavy or at a gas station and that's really what sets that work back. If you just simply said, listen, I'm gonna either go low calorie or intermittent fast on some of these days, and even if you didn't hit your macros, for a week or two, okay, you're not going to lose a pound or 2 pounds of muscle.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, you're going to be fine.
And it even works out well because usually when I travel, I'm doing stuff for work, which means I want to be sharp anyway, which means I'm going to eat less anyway to make me more sharp. So it all works out well.